The universal market has now switched from focusing on antique cash to now focusing on what Bitcoin and Ethereum are approximately to do subsequent, with Bitcoin surpassing over $100,000. Yes, loads of the attention is now beginning to be usurped from vintage coins to Bitcoin. But is this anything to be concerned about? Are we involved? Should we be worried approximately XRP? Well, we are going to be talking about it in this video. So with that being stated, welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Nick. For those which are new to the channel, with any luck by means of the cease of this video, you do emerge as a subscriber. And proper now is the excellent time to get in the Unfastened Discord. There's going to be a link down inside the description beneath. Join the Unfastened Discord, you guys won't regret it. And with that being said, let's communicate about what is happening. Bitcoin surpassing a $2 trillion marketplace cap. Also breaking over one in all the most important psychological tiers on Bitcoin. $100,000,000 changed into a completely large mental level. So I'm satisfied to look at subsequently breaking over it. The standard crypto marketplace cap is up about kind of 4.39% within the remaining day, which may not appear to be a lot, but men, we're trading over $3.71 trillion. Also, quantity is up almost 39%, sitting at about kind of $360 billion bucks. Now, I recognize a whole lot of humans have been pretty involved because XRP is having a little bit of a promote off. You realize what is humorous approximately, that is, you realize all and sundry is calling it the day by day and pronouncing, all right, well, those old cash are now crowned out. You thoughts to simply promote them and pass on. Listen, taking income, I will in no way scold everybody for taking earnings. In reality, I constantly encourage earnings taking and getting your preliminary funding out as quickly as you probably can. But have a look at these antique coins within the remaining 30 days. HBAR 550%, XLM 431%, XRP 361%. A pullback need to be welcomed, now not. You should not be jogging from a capacity pullback, but we can simply communicate about it on this video. We'll address it as well, due to the fact I recognize that plenty of you obtainable are probably thinking, is XRP carried out? Is XRP crowned out? Is the XRP run over? Again, I will cope with lots of that during this video. Now, primarily, like I stated, Bitcoin standard buying and selling quantity surged these days over 129%. It also started out to interrupt to a fair higher degree of almost $105,000,000. But do you spot why it turned into essential for Bitcoin to actually ruin over $100,000,000? Look at what passed off the second that we broke over 100,000. It immediately ran every other $4,000,000, but the quality component, approximately, that is Bitcoin dominance together with Bitcoin, which we can get to. Now, if we pass over to XRP, trading quantity remains it's nonetheless pretty excessive. I implied almost $5 billion is quite sizable for XRP within the closing 24 hours, up about 15.75%. However, the standard fee truly is having. You recognize a full-size pullback. It's nothing too loopy to be concerned about at all, especially when you examine the 1 month. I mean, this looks like healthful fee action, which once more we will communicate about on the chart. But if we go over to Bitcoin, we could see the general circulate here. And concentrate, guys, I had been charting Bitcoin for the complete year of 2024, even going all the way lower back to March of this year. And you recognize we were looking at Bitcoin quite a piece this year. Let me eliminate this. Let me recopy this. But we have been looking at Bitcoin this entire 12 months, just waiting for an extensive breakout to appear. And if you guys have been following the channel for some time, you then already recognize how hard 2024 definitely became for altcoins. That's why we have been celebrating most of these current actions. It's because it was a dark 12 months after March. I mean, for the maximum component, given that March, all of the mana main, as much as approximately kind of the start of November. The antique coin market changed into basically dead. Now, as we take a look at this chart for Bitcoin, what became I searching at in the course of the entire IOR of 2024? Just sort of reiterate what we've been seeking out. Well, you know, we have this low here. We have a higher or a lower high, a decrease low, a decrease high, a lower low, a decrease excessive, accompanied via some other decrease low, all the way into of direction August. Now, what came about after August? And that is exactly when the entirety flipped. This is exactly why we were so bullish going into, you already know, quite a lot, September. It's due to the fact, whilst we began to move to the upside, even though we have this decrease high right here, we started to regain a little bit of bullish structure main into the start of September. This is whilst we absolutely had a higher low. We additionally had a better excessive followed with the aid of some other better low. Again, another better low, higher highs, and then that led us to the big breakout, of course, inside the starting of November. Now, as we look at Bitcoin these days properly, it is a completely comparable average shape here, where we certainly have a pleasing common buying and selling pattern here, in which we're on this wedge. We broke to the upside, determined resistance right around more or less like 99.3K. You ought to argue, you understand, it is around more or less $100,000. We bought off, retested the lowest fashion line. Chopped a little bit, retested the bottom fashion line, held it. But whilst that is selling off, What plenty of people are missing out on is the reality that Bitcoin is maximum likely going to preserve to the upside. You know, this is probably going to retain pumping to the upside. And sure, there might be pullbacks along the way. A lot of people are so, concerned about pullbacks or like corrections. Guys, the marketplace isn't going to move up in a immediately line, go all of the way returned and look at the last 12 months. This is precisely what you actually want to see, because while we start to have the promote off, you want to start to see bullish fee momentum building again. Very clear signal, go lower back to 2021 into 2022. But that's exactly what I'm in reality kind of looking for on Bitcoin. But even as Bitcoin's shifting to the upside, I am awaiting Bitcoin dominance to transport to the you realize downside, which goes to aid vintage cash to head, sincerely parabolic, aka we will see the biggest alt season in records. And where does that depart XRP? Where does that go away, these kinds of different antique coins? Well, they may be going to have a completely large surge. Now, why did XRP honestly have a big promote off? Well, on top of simply the news of all right men, ROUSD goes to launch today, aka the day pass, right? It became supposed to release the day before today. Everyone was confirming this proper. This is from Cointelegraph, got 1 million perspectives, massive engagement. Charles Hoskinson, who's the author of Cardano, he placed out a factor saying enthusiastic about ROUSD. And then additionally, we have breaking ripples. ROUSD is officially launching these days. So like all and sundry turned into expecting the massive release. So a number of people were likely buying XRP, trying to alternate XRP. And then we got the massive news from Ripple saying, notwithstanding some speculation, RLUSD isn't launching these days. We're in lockstep with the New York Department of Financial Services on very last approval, and we'll share updates as soon as feasible. Now, this in reality brought about a few human beings promoting off a piece due to the fact each person acts unexpectedly and they're always seeking out some form of catalyst to push the rate higher. But what is loopy about this is a lot of people were not without a doubt kind of looking beyond their feelings. In the Discord, in case you guys were within the Unfastened Discord, you know that I become screaming, take income. I noted too, it turned into like sort of memes proper. It turned into meme items pronouncing take earnings. If you don't take income, a person else will. And that changed into, while XRP changed into buying and selling at approximately more or less $2 and prefer 80 some cents. And the motive why I stated this is due to the fact the market for XRP, let's just be real here, was red warm. I suggest if we cross and take a look at Google Trends, I suggest XRP here. It flipped Bitcoin, it flipped Bitcoin, it flipped Bitcoin in terms of retail. You realize recognition. And then also once more, the interest rate here on XRP is just insane against Ethereum. So it became red hot. Even XRP itself, you may see it. This is going all the manner return to love 2019. Everyone became messaging me, even within the human beings that aren't even in crypto, messaging me approximately XRP. Should they buy XRP? Is now an amazing time to buy XRP. And usually while we see that, we see a correction. It's so clean to me that when I begin to see humans that aren't worried inside the space, they do not absolutely keep up with the gap. While they may be asking me to buy crypto, when they're asking me, you understand if now's the fine time to shop for whilst the whole thing is surging.